We had another brilliant qualifying session in Spain. One lap pole from Charles was very like Seb's at 2013 Singapore Grand Prix. The Ferrari looked really strong in turn 4 and turn 9, gaining about 2 tenths on the Red Bull and the Mercedes in those two corners alone. Comparatively, Red Bull gains about 0.08 of a second on the straight, and Mercedes seemed to be getting about 1.5 tenths on the straights on the Ferrari. Mercedes, they have solved their porpoising issues on the straights, but they still seem to be losing quite a lot of time in sector 2 and 3 because they still seem to bounce quite a lot in the fast corners. Talking about the qualifying from Q3, Max couldn't improve on his time because of a DRS issue, but he should still be quite happy starting on the front row next to Leclerc. Red Bull seemed to have a strong edge in the race pace. The high fuel loads, both cars that ran on Saturday as well as on Friday, show that Red Bull had quite an advantage over the Ferrari, especially on the medium tires. Talking about tires, the tire management is going to be absolutely key at this track. Track temperature of 47 degrees was a bit much yesterday, and it is expected to be even hotter today. Ferrari definitely had the better car in qualifying, but Red Bull seems to have the advantage in the race pace, and Mercedes looked quite competitive, about 2 tenths quicker on the mediums than the Ferrari. Further about the tire management, Charles Leclerc saved an extra set of the softs by getting on the used tires on his Q2 run. So he has a new set of mediums as well as a new set of softs. So perhaps Ferrari would choose to start Charles on the soft tires as compared to the mediums, since they don't seem to be that competitive on the mediums. Today's race seems to be quite fascinating, with Russell up front in the mix with the usual suspects of the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Mercedes seemed very strong in Sector 1, so maybe Russell could be a factor in the race tomorrow. Talking about the midfield, it is really hard to separate these cars in the midfield. It is jam-packed between P8 to P16, only being separated by a couple of tenths. Alfa Romeo and McLaren seem close in pace, with Haas closely behind, which is quite surprising because Haas is the only car that didn't bring any kinds of upgrades to Spain this weekend. Spain is usually the track that separates the contenders from the pretenders. So coming out of this race, we'll have a good idea about the grid positions and where each car is situated on the grid. Who do you think is going to come out on top in today's race? It's going to be the straight advantage of Red Bull, or Ferrari will keep their tires a bit better than the last 2 weeks. Maybe Russell would be a factor in the race and sneak a quiet podium. Please let me know in the comments, and if you have made it to the end of the video, please like and share the video. It helps with the algorithm. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.